Welcome to StackZ. I'm excited to show you one of the most advanced multi-system level convergence tools available on TradingView. In the next minutes, you'll understand exactly how StackZ works and how to use it to identify institutional grade support and resistance zones. What is StackZ? StackZ is designed for serious traders and chart scientists. Seeking edge through advanced confluence detection, it combines signals from multiple independent analytical frameworks, tracking institutional grade price levels, and automatically filtering them based on confluence signatures. When multiple systems converge at the same price zone, we get what we call a stack. These represent some of the highest probability reaction zones where institutional positioning becomes visible through level convergence. The triple-tier color system. Understanding the color system is crucial for instant zone classifications. So we have these dark blue stacks, as you can see, which are your primary opportunities. These are untested high probability zones where multiple analytical frameworks align. Think of these as fresh, naked levels of institutional importance. The light blue stack you see there, that's the recently tested one. Well, it's exactly that. It's recently activated. This is where price just made first contact, giving you real-time feedback on institutional interest. So that's typically where we want to have our focus for the current opportunity. Now, red stacks you'll see in the previous session. You can see where we violated these. Yep. Well, they're invalid or violated zones. So we don't want to trade from these. We want to ignore them, right? So they're previously tested or compromised levels typically. And so by default, we have in the settings hide red clusters option there, just to keep our focus on the viable stacks, the ones that we want to trade from, right? At one point in time, that would have been light blue as we entered the session and tested it, and that would have given us this whole move up. Yeah. How cool is that? And so yeah, I like to try and design these tools so that they're always focused on now and the current opportunity. I was able to refine and optimize a lot of the things you're seeing. So you might get strange sounding sessions like 10:30 till 4, 7 p.m. till 1 a.m. Yeah. And that's all through optimization of the levels and the synergy between the two. And here's where StackZ becomes truly powerful. It adapts analysis to different market sessions too. So each session gets fresh naked levels because institutional positioning shifts between sessions, right? The session-specific reset and recalibration functionality ensures you're only seeing locally relevant price ranges of importance, not outdated levels from previous sessions. And to make way for the new tool that I haven't even spoken about publicly yet, which is Whale Map. We have a draw stacks to current price, which always allows for stacks to, instead of printing the whole session, it will show you always 10 bars ahead. Yeah, and that makes way for our new tool, which is coming. These are the session presets, and that basically allows you to quickly lock on to an AI optimized session locale, right? Now to discuss the key settings and professional features, the main controls you need to understand are the stack filter, which is ultimately giving you the amount of levels inside a stack. The main controls you need to understand, I'd say the stack filter, this basically will only show you stacks of 2 or more clusters, right? So this stack needs to have 2 or more levels to print on the chart. And so we're saying we only want to see stacks that have 2 or more levels. Of course, 2 or more is the definition of confluence, right? So you see here 7 means there's 7 levels in there. So pretty beefy zone up there. But every stack is filled with powerful levels. So a 7 doesn't necessarily mean it's going to provide a bigger reaction than a 2, for example. So yeah, just know that we have done the groundwork for many months. These levels are absolute tanks, right? So if it's a stack, it's a stack. We also have a configurable tolerance. So for levels to be included in a stack, they need to be 60 ticks apart. Typically, I want to leave all these settings as they are because they have been optimized by a machine learning system. We can see that it's working quite effectively with these settings, so better to leave as is. Now we use stacks on the 5-minute time frame only. This is only to be used on NQ1. So just type in NQ1 and click here. It will bring up the continuous contract, and you'll need to have BADJ on, right? Because it will blend the contracts. We want the levels where they were historically, because we don't want levels to then appear far outside of the range, and it's completely irrelevant. So we need to blend the contracts. And just to close, that's StackZ, sophisticated multi-system level convergence made accessible. Focus on the blue stacks, understand the session intelligence, and watch how price respects these institutional grade confluence zones. Thank you.